sweet love, not me. Who came to kiss and love, not me.
I don't need to be your friend. I really, you don't watch it. You still over there watching that TikTok?
I'm looking at the comments, though. It's the comments.
Listen,
One girl said, "It's the eyes for me." I said, "Girl, you know you weren't looking at the
you
eyes."
know good well you want to look at me in no eye. Mine.
I'm like,
All
oh
right,
my
so
gosh. That right there, you remember that episode on Sex in the City when Samantha was trying to hook up with the guy and he said he was heavily endowed and she couldn't. She said, "I had to take some weed." She said, hold on, easy."
it's a lot. So and I'm not trying to tell my business. I briefly dated a guy who was hung, if not more hung than that. And I was like, I didn't see all this. I promise to God. And when I tell you, I was like, he don't know why I ain't call him no more. He have no clue. Guys, ghost girls after sex. That was too much. And here's the thing: if you know you that big, you're gonna have to work it out somewhere. You can't put it all in at the same time. You're gonna have to ease me into it. It's just they don't care. I can't. I can't. I'm sorry. That was TMI. Hello, guys. Welcome to the Size Up.
Said, "No, I may not want children, but I like my uterus just
Mine. I don't want it to hurt. I don't want all natural hysterectomy. Do you understand what I'm saying? I want all my organs to be intact. I don't need to feel like it's in my chest. Do you understand what I'm saying? I need I really need to not feel like I'm about to split in half because I can't.
can't."
I can't.
Hey, you guys, how y'all doing?
What's up? I'm your girl, Big Skis Faith. I got the homie Wendy with me. I just, I don't be knowing. I don't be knowing from day to day. Shout out to Rihanna, who is the youngest self-made billionaire.
Now, okay, and I'm confused.
Kylie. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yes, I'm glad, but I'm confused. Now, how did she beat Kylie as the youngest when Kylie is younger than her?
Was Kylie actually a billionaire?
Dang! Ding, 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 ding.
Were you just saying that because it was cute to say?
Yes. That's the key word. Kylie really is not a billionaire.
A billionaire, boo boo. And the only reason why Kim is a billionaire is because of Kanye. I'm just gonna put that out there right now.
You just gonna say it like
it in your life and changed it. Now he might have got on your nerves, but that nigga changed your life. Okay, okay. It was changed. Okay.
So I guess now you don't want a big butt now. So
no, because the white man wants you now, and so since Whitey wants you, you're gonna do the white thing, and you're gonna be a white girl now instead of a black girl. You and your sister. Kylie and Kendall. Let me say this. I like Kendall. Chloe used to be my favorite until the whole Tristan mess. And I was like, girl, stop. Kendall has not changed. Kendall has been a white girl the whole time. She said, I am not confused about who I am. That could be because she is an actual model in real life. Okay. She actually got a modeling contract and she actually does different modeling campaigns, not because of, she might have got to where she is because of her family, but she actually wanted to do the runway thing and she's doing it. So she injected herself with butts and titties and all that other stuff.
And then Courtney, she only did breast implants. She didn't do butt.
And I think she probably did breast implants because you done had them 3 babies and they've been sucking.
No, she had breast implants before she had the kids.
Babies. Okay, well I ain't know that because hers didn't look. didn't look overdone like Kim and Chloe's. You see what I'm saying?
Because she has never, I don't think she's dated a black dude. She's always been into white guys.
But I don't even think it's about that. You know what I'm saying? I just think Courtney has always been like the oddball in the family. If you know what I mean. She's been a little oddish. Yeah.
Yeah, but according to Kim, she said she's never got butt implants, like having silicone or stuff in her butt. She just had the fat injected in her butt. And so when you lose weight, when you start losing weight, that fat turns into muscle. That's the truth. Because my niece who did it, she's losing it because she's losing weight. Okay. She said she's not going through that again.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what that is. So she's just slowly but surely letting the fat turn into muscle, I guess. Losing the fat. Okay.
Kim done had some stuff removed. You can't, like, your butt was a whole lot bigger than it is now. You ain't lost all that weight just like that. You done had some stuff taken out of your body, boo-boo. Stop.
Well, that's what they said accordingly. So she was like, I never got.
That's okay. You don't want nobody to know you had the stuff in your butt because you want everybody to think that was your real. No, ma'am.
And then I can't. No, I'm like, y'all can't tell me. Kris Jenner said, well, no, she got like that after she got pregnant.
Lies. That girl did that before she got pregnant, had that baby. Stop.
Her hips spread it more after she got pregnant.
Girl, bye. Y'all done just admit y'all done had. Let Chloe sit on somebody's couch. Chloe gonna tell it. That person had it. Yup, they had that. Because Chloe got on somebody's show and spilled all the tea. So I really know. Okay? We really know. Because Chloe spilled all the tea. They might have been mad at her after she spilled it, but she spilled it. So
I'm finna change my background.
Oh. We have matching backgrounds, guys.
Yes. You can see that.
Huh?
You can see it.
Yeah, I can see your background.
I can't see it.
You can't see your background?
I can't see myself. It's doing circles.
I can't see myself. Jesus.
I can't see myself when I'm with you. Okay. Okay, we're acting silly, you guys. Okay, we finna get down to the nitty gritty.
I did have a date on Friday with the guy from the dating app. I enjoyed.
Now, what dating app is this?
I went on Plenty of Fish.
I
did Plenty of Fish, which I've been on Plenty of Fish for a minute, but I hadn't paid attention to Plenty of Fish like that. So I've done Plenty of Fish. I did the BLK app, and then I did Hinge because the bridal shower that I did last month, the bride met her groom on Hinge, and they dated, I think, for about a year, and they got married. So, I enjoyed myself on the date. We will be going on a second date. Don't ask me when, but we're going. I think we're gonna go bowling. So I'm excited. I'm excited. Trying something a little different. The jury is still out on everything, but I'm trying very different things in my life to make sure that I obtain happiness. Because again, when these knuckleheads leave me, I don't want to be in this house by myself. Okay. And I want to be traveling the world, and I want a boo thing to be traveling with me. We want to go see the world. So that's what I'm auditioning for. The audition, the interviews. So yeah. But I've dealt with death this weekend as well. So it's been the last couple of weeks actually. It's just been a lot. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. And I ain't even done. And
I've been dealing with COVID. So yeah.
So, and I know I've had a couple of friends that's had COVID. They've been stuck in the house. It's just been kind of unreal at this point. So, um, I'm I want like drinks and stuff. That's what I want. I want to just I had some warm sake yesterday. That was really good. Purple rain, purple passion. Sake at Benihana is really amazing. Make sure y'all check it out if you go to the Benihana. Um, that good rice vodka will hit the spot every time I came home, and I watched P Valley. Which listen, I know you couldn't get into the first season.
Look, hold on. I just saw the last couple of episodes, and I'm like, I don't really know about this.
What don't you know about? This season is better than last season. Let me tell you why.
It may be, but I'm like, my spirit ain't right with this, so I'm not gonna watch it.
Why is your spirit not right with this?
Some of that stuff, I was like, I do not want to see two men having sex. Number one.
I mean, you can go past that. It's not. It's really if you look at the whole picture, and I've seen posts about this, so let me address this real quick. Everywhere we turn on the television, we are going to see LGBTQ situations going on. P Valley's on a cable station. Guess what? Gay people have sex.
They do.
I'm not messed up about seeing it because it happens. Okay. It hasn't been that much of the gay sex happening. It's been more of, well, hold on, I'll take that back because it's been a lesbian situation that has taken place. But I've been seeing more of the heterosexual people getting it on than I have the gay people. I'm just saying, a lot of people, that's a gay show. No, it's not. Gay people exist. They here, they ain't going nowhere. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So the story that's unfolding this season and the backstory that they went into, like for instance,
now, I saw the last week about the girl
about Miss Mississippi. Let me talk about. I just want to touch on this because a lot of people.
I want a Negro to touch my child. He would have been dead. It would have been the burning bed part.
So let's talk about that because so we got a couple things to talk about. So let's talk about that real quick. So you have domestic violence that's going on and taking place.
And this colorism,
And colorism. So let me address the domestic violence situation first because somebody made a post and I was like, I'm not saying you need to be in a domestic violence situation to understand how that works, but they were saying because this past episode she tried to roll, right? She tried to roll. She got in the car because he got a pickup truck. They still got that same damn Prius from when they was in when they was in high school. She tried to get in the car to leave and it wasn't turning. And so she was like, well, what's going on? Do I need to boost it out? Prius's batteries are in the back of the car. She popped the trunk. The man took the battery out the car. Okay. A lot of people, why she ain't get no Uber? So listen, you think they got two separate Uber accounts? Let alone he got a track on their phone. You got to have your Uber. You got to have your app with you for Uber. You can't call Uber. You select it on the app for somebody to pick you up. They in a small town. She ain't really got nowhere to go. Think about that before we start judging domestic violence situations because there are women that have survived it, but it took them a long time to walk away from that situation. You know what I'm saying? And it's a mentality. Your mental is broken down if somebody is physically, mentally, emotionally abusing you. Now, I'm going to give her this. This is the first time she decided to get her butt up when she found out he put his hands on that baby. That was it. And that's her breaking point. And sometimes it takes that. She don't care about herself getting beat up on because nobody, if you paid attention to her backstory, last week,
her daddy didn't even like to be around.
Her daddy was trash. Her stepmom was trash. Apparently,
didn't her daddy kind of like molested her little sister or something?
Those were not her real sisters. That's the other thing. Those were her stepsisters, right?
Okay.
So her dad got married to this lady, right? I don't know how long they had been together, but those were her daughters. And then that was his daughter, and he brought them together, right? So yeah, I feel like he was messing with the one that everybody was crazy about at school. Yes, I feel like he was messing with her, but it's a trashy situation. And let me say this: I'm tired of society kicking the girls to the side when they have kids.
Yeah, that kind of hurt me too when she came back home.
She came back home. That man put his hands on her. She came back home. You grown now. You better go on over there. That's not the right way. But so many situations in our community, we have that situation that takes place. And so, and a lot of times I'm not going to be raising no babies. I'm not ready to be no grandma. If that happens, what it takes, I look at Jerica Phillips' story. Oh Lord, we got to talk about that too, Lord God. I look at Jerica Phillips' story.
I wonder why my thing ain't coming up.
What ain't coming up?
My picture is doing that little circle thing. I can see myself on the preview. I'm gonna go back and come back in.
Okay. When we look at Jerica Phillips' situation, Jerica Phillips had a child, I think when she was in high school. Her parents still allow her to go make something of herself, go to college. It wasn't the end of the world. They probably had some responsibility things that she had to do as a young mother. But they stepped in. Where is the village? And so many times in our community, we don't have village mentality. We have, but they done got themselves in some trouble. So they're going to have to figure it out. I need us as a community to stop doing it. You know, the first thing that comes out our mouth is when our kids turn 18, we putting them out the house.
Oh, no.
No. Why are we doing that? You know, when my parents did it to me, no. No. Let's teach the kids how to be successful so they won't accumulate unnecessary debt. Let's teach the children how to be successful so they won't be in situations that they ain't supposed to be in. Let's have those conversations with our kids and teach them before we put them out into the world. That everybody else gets that. You know, the richest Caucasian American people, a lot of their kids probably still stay with them at the age of 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. A lot of them have estates where the whole family, you might have a wing, that person might have their own wing, this person got their wing, or they have an estate plot where there's mom and daddy house, there's our house, there's Junebug house, there's Hillary's house. You have those things. We don't do that. We taught to push our young out into the wild and let them fend for themselves. That ain't the right way, man. That's not the right way. So they are still children. Yes. And this saying Facebook user. Can you see who that was that left the comment?
That I do not know.
I can't see it.
It says Facebook user.
It do. Thank you for your comment.
I'll check and see. Hold on.
Okay. So she said, right. They definitely need guidance. At the end of the day, they're still children. They are just at the age of 18. They're just 18 years old. Hey, Mar.
Oh, okay.
Hey, girl. So no, they don't get it. They don't. My baby is almost 20 years old. He's still learning things. He don't know. I can't push him out into the world.
In fact, your brain ain't fully developed until you're 25 years old.
So I feel like we miss it as a community.
That's one thing about my sister. I can say when my niece got pregnant, she was 16, and she didn't do that.
Yeah, I mean, what are you doing that for? And even let me talk about mothers of sons. Let's talk about that real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Not from a place,
mothers of sons.
Huh? Right.
We're mothers of sons.
Not from a place of coddling, not from a place of taking on the responsibility, not from that place or that space, but teaching them how to be responsible men who don't leave the women hanging when something happens, something goes wrong. They have a child. They walking away from the situation because, well, that ain't my response, but it is because your seed contributed to the making of that child. You know.
I already told Joshua, and I was very serious.
Yeah.
I said, you get a girl pregnant before I'm 50. No, actually, yeah, before I'm 50, because he'll be 22. I don't know. I'm like,
And here's the thing: things happen.
Things happen. But I told him, this is what you're gonna do. First, we're gonna make sure that the baby is yours. I just said, I'm like, because when my situation, he was talking about I need a DNA test. I'm all okay with it.
I provided a DNA test before I went to the CHSUP office. Surely did. Mm-hmm.
And I said, that baby's proven to be yours. Not only are you gonna work, but when you get paid, you're gonna give her half your paycheck. Then when you're not working, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna pick up your baby. You're gonna pick up your child and you're gonna watch your baby. I'm not gonna watch it. I'll probably go coochie coo, grandmama's baby. Okay, I'm about to go to the club.
And if you're doing something, let me say this: if you are working and you're doing something, you going to school, you working, you're in the military, something like that. If you're doing something, I'm gonna help you get to where you need to be. If you ain't doing nothing, absolutely not. But here comes the village part of that. We have to be a village for we can't just leave them by the wayside. So if we're teaching our kids, and let me say this, we were having this conversation Saturday, me and my friend and a couple other ladies, how we as a community treat sex education. We don't teach our kids about safe sex. We teach them not to have sex. We use scare tactics in the church. They use scare tactics to scare you from not having, you ain't married, or you got to get married because you got that girl pregnant. We don't have honest and concise and clear conversations with our kids. And so then our kids go and do what they think is the right thing to do instead of listening and following the instructions that we're giving them and directly having conversations with them about certain things. That ain't something that happens or takes place. And it's unfortunate. And that's why I feel like a lot of pregnancies at a young age could have been prevented had some conversations been had, and we not be afraid to have those conversations with our kids, males and females. You got to be upfront. You got to be honest and have real conversations. Mm-hmm. Everybody is, and also talk about the responsibility of the emotional part of that. You know, you want to make sure that if it is somebody that you're interested in taking that next step with, that emotionally y'all are gelling and y'all are yoked. And that's somebody that you feel like any event, something does go down or happen, not from a lustful situation. And of course, we gonna listen. We was just talking about the dude and how hunk he was on TikTok video. But I'm saying not from a lustful place, but learning how to deal with those emotions and control those emotions to where you can make a sound and clear and concise decision. Conversations, village, all of that needs to be happening in our community, and it's not happening. It's not happening at all. So that's that domestic violence situation. Colorism. I talked about this a lot. Our intern in the office watches P-Valley, and she's lighter complected, and she said, I didn't really know that colorism was a really, really big thing.
Of course you didn't, because you wasn't privy to it.
But here's the thing, and what I told her, and she said, now if I see it and I see a guy mistreating a young lady because of that, I check him. Great. That's what it takes. Let me take it a step further. Racism. White people got to stop letting Billy and Becky Sue be racist. If you're not racist, you need to speak up. You need to say something. That's the way it's going to stop. If my own is checking me on my stuff, that's the way it's going to stop. So the comment, you're cute to be a dark-skinned girl. I got into a full-fledged argument with the guy when I was in college. I said, that's the ignorant comment anybody has ever made to me in my entire life. What do you mean it's ignorant? I said, sir, you're in college just like I am. Do you understand how stupid you sound? You
This
cute
girl.
to be a dark-skinned girl?
Girl, hold on. I'm sorry. I know another thing we can talk about. Okay. Go ahead, finish that.
So what I'm liking with the themes of the show, the stories are unraveling and unfolding, and it's better. So it ain't a gay show. Let's stop with that right now. It's a show about a group of people in a small town. It just don't happen to have gay people in it. Okay. It's not a gay show. Every episode ain't about folk. The gay people probably done had sex once out of 6 episodes in the whole show. Okay. So I think this was episode 6 that came on last night. So it ain't that deep, y'all. It's not. This lady, Katori Hall from Memphis, Tennessee, she doing her thing. I can't do nothing but take my hat off to her because she's doing her thing. Period. Support.
But the guy that on that episode that was having to do with the other dude, he getting flack because he's married to a woman in real life.
But here's the thing. Let me also put this out here. He has a body double that does all those scenes.
Right.
He has a body double that does all those things. I don't think he cares about the flack per se. He getting a check.
He feeding his family.
He feeding his family.
Do you know a lot of men that do gay porn are not really gay?
Not only that, let's talk about this. A lot of you people that's hollering about gay this and gay that, you really want to be gay. Just be who you are, boo. Just be who you are. Stop it. Like,
I'm about to put something in the chat. I'm about to put something in the chat.
So that's where I am with it. I feel like we do things that, is not cool and not community oriented. That's where we are with it. Okay. Yes. Thank you. And so we need to bring that back. So that colorism thing is super real, and it still happens to this day. We talked about it. I'm gonna keep talking about it. I'm a dark-skinned girl from North Memphis, Tennessee, and every time I get the opportunity to talk about it, I'm gonna talk about it. When it's wrong, I'm gonna call it out because it's wrong. It's wrong. There is no way on God's green earth that we should be advocating and championing people who they mistreating people because of the color of their skin. And we talk about how much other people treat us because of the color of our skin, but we're doing it to each other. That's like counterproductive, my guy. That's not cool. It's definitely not cool. So
not cool at all.
So I'm gonna watch the P-Valley, and I'm gonna support Katori Hall. Shout out to Stan Bell too. Stan Bell had a cameo on P-Valley last night on the radio. He did a Slam It or Jam It. Y'all remember Slam It, Jam It? He did that with Lil Murda song on the radio. Yes. No. Shout out to Stan Bell. So, hey, we heard that voice on the radio. They said, what station is this? She said K9 and 7. I said, ah! Yeah. So, shout out to Stan Bell, who is, I think, one of the hardest working men in radio right now. He actually got the
Bobby OJ slot.
Bobby OJ spot on WDIA in the mornings. So he's doing that, and he's still on V101 doing this thing over there. So shout out to Stan Bell. You out here winning, my brother.
We've been listening to Stan Bell since in the 80s?
Baby, since I was a knee high, I was sneaking to listen to the radio because y'all know my mama is an ordained minister. And we was church. Gospel. If it ain't gospel, we couldn't. If it wasn't gospel or old school, I couldn't listen to it. Okay. So if it wasn't Earth, Wind, and Fire or Shirley Caesar, I could not listen to it in my house. My mama was not going to playing with me. Okay. So I had to sneak and listen to Stan Bell on K97. Okay. I had to sneak and listen to him. I had to record. Did you do this? Now you might not have. Did you take the video, the cassette tapes, and tape the radio? I used to have to do that because I couldn't buy them out. I had to sneak and buy CDs and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you what I used to do. Okay, I used to tape, like listen to K97 and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. When they played my song, I had it on record on whenever my song came on. Yes. Then when I watched videos, Video Soul, I would record the video.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. I couldn't video record because I was gonna get caught because the TV wasn't in my room yet. I was gonna get caught. I just had to watch it. Or the box. You remember the box? Yeah. Yeah. But shout out to
I want to do a shout out to Jennifer. What's her name? Lawrence, not the one that plays the mama on Grownish.
Lewis.
Jennifer Lewis. She got a star in the Walk of Fame.
Yes. Well deserved. I am super excited for her. Let me tell you something. That lady been in show business for a long time. She been doing her thing, baby.
I was watching Different World on Bounce the other day.
On my list. Yes,
Dean. She's like, yes, and I may have it going on. But if you be found guilty, you be going out. My mom like, you be knowing all this stuff, don't you?
Well, yeah, I can quote the Different World. I promise I can. I can quote them episodes left and right. So yeah, definitely shout out to her. Doja Cat is going back and forth with this little 17-year-old baby. Let me tell y'all something. If my 17-year-old, if you don't get in my child's inbox, okay? Leave my child alone. Poor little baby just wanted to be left alone. Noah Schnapp is his name. He plays Will on Stranger Things. And of course, everybody fell in love with the guy who plays Eddie Munson this season.
Okay.
So Doja decided she was going to get in the 17-year-old's inbox and ask him to hook her up with his co-star. He said, ma'am, why you ain't DM him? Why you DMing me? She said, well, I don't know if he got Instagram or not. I wonder if is he single? Ma'am, he circled it. Ma'am, here go his Instagram right here. Go over there to him and get in his DM. So she got on her live talking about, well, I don't really know how old he is, but girl, he's 7. He's a child. All them children. When they started 4 years ago, all of them was short. Okay, they was kids. He's a kid. They not adults yet, ma'am. They 16.
Well, Millie Brown, the girl that plays 11, she's either 18 or 19. Yeah.
Okay. But they still, what you in that boy inbox for? Do your research, find out the man's name, and look him up on the Instagram. That's what you're doing. You getting his DM. He 20-some years old, so he fair play. But get out that 17-year-old inbox. Don't be in that baby inbox trying to get him to play matchmaker for you. He don't know you, Doja. He don't know you from not. He just know you sing on the radio. Baby, let me tell y'all something. That very first video that thing came out with that Moo Cow.
Mm-hmm.
I laugh every time I see that. It is hilarious. She's lost a lot of weight since then. But I was like, whoever believed in her, they believed in her for real.
Hold on, that was her?
That was her, yes. Golden, I am a cow. I am a cow. Yes, that was her. It was
on Moo.
Yeah.
Yep. Moo.
That was her.
Well, good.
It was hilarious. I watched it. It was on continuous play on my YouTube. I hollered very, very loud. Okay. So Creflo Dollar came out, and I didn't see the whole thing. I just saw the title. You probably know a little bit more than I do.
It's on YouTube.
Okay.
If you want to watch the whole message, it's on YouTube. But it got a lot of folks mad.
A lot of people are pissed off. They are.
They say, if you're going to return all that money.
So let me say this, because every church has taught we got a whole tithing part of our service at the BOLCC. Okay, they got a whole tithing service for many years. Every church I have gone to, they have preached tithes and offering, building fund, the pastor love offering, all this stuff. What Steve Harvey say, ain't put a donut knob on the church, but you taking up a building fund. I'm saying this to say he is not the only person that has preached tithes and offering. And let me also say this.
And I say my church even do this. They give you a 90-day tithing challenge. If you tithe for 90 days, and if your situation don't improve, you can get your money back.
Oh Lord, your money back guaranteed? Okay, never heard of that. But
I would never think of doing that, because that means my motives are not right.
So a lot of the predominantly white churches, there's a church in Mississippi that we go to every once in a while. We haven't been in a couple of years. They don't even talk about tithes. They just got the tithing things or the offering things in the vestibule. Each church has a budget. Okay. They meet their budget, they exceed their budget every week because they just do it. He don't have no sermon about tithes, or he don't do none of that. I said, this is refreshing. Okay. They have a whole hour service. They do their praise and worship for like 20, maybe 30 minutes. And in the other 30 minutes, the pastor get up and preach. And we out of church. I could go watch the Dallas Cowboys play football. I have worshiped the Lord. I have done what I came to do, and I'm at the house. I ain't got to be in church for half the day.
Right.
Ain't that great?
Every now and then he'll talk about tithing. They would talk about tithing in my church. But it's not a constant thing.
So tell me, did you watch it? Can you give us some cliff notes?
I watched some of it, and the first thing that he said, "What's up, girl? What you trying to get? You want to get on, see?" Say, "Hey." Okay, so he was like, he said, look, the first thing he said, "I'm just going to let you know, I have been, for 30 years, I have been teaching y'all the wrong thing about tithing. And I am very sorry. And I know I'm going to have a lot of people, a lot of my minister friends going to be mad at me. I probably won't have any by the time I get finished with this message. But I have been led to apologize and now teach you the correct way of when it comes to tithing."
Yeah.
And he was basically saying tithing was the Old Testament. We're no longer living in the Old Testament. We're living in the New Testament.
We are living in the New Testament.
And so basically, I think the gist of his message, because, Clementine took over my iPad. So I had to, because I showed it to her. I said, "Did you see this?" And she took over. And I was like, "Oh, okay, well, never mind." I let her watch the whole series thing. But it was an hour. He preached over an hour and 26 minutes. So the gist of what I've got from it, he was like, if you have a relationship with Jesus, it doesn't matter how much you give as long as you're giving something, basically. You know what I'm saying? Because some people, because my pastor says he don't tithe 10%, he tithe more.
I mean, a lot of people do. And I think if you're in a position to tithe more, then you should be able to. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If I'm in a position, if I become a millionaire or a billionaire, mm-hmm. I would probably give to more than just the church I attend. You know what I'm mm-hmm. saying? I would give more. A lot of us, the majority of the people that go to church on a regular basis, they ain't got it like that. You know what I'm saying? What I don't like is this. This is what I have not liked about tithing. And I believe in tithing, giving my 10%, all that stuff. I ain't got no problem with doing it. What I've had a problem with over the years is if things get tight, life happens to people. Mm-hmm. People lose jobs. People be sitting in the dark. I've seen church members give their last. They ain't got no food at the house, but they constantly giving, and the church has not had those people's back. You know what I'm saying?
Now one thing I can say about my church, if I'm having a hard time, I can go to them and be like, look, I'm having a hard time feeding my child. They give me a Kroger gift card for $100.
And that's the exception to the rule. I'm just saying in general, just growing up in church environments,
right?
If people have a need, the church hasn't really done the need or the outreach, even for their church members that have been in need. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you have services where they have people saying the Lord told somebody to give $1,000. Yo, you got a choice between paying your mortgage or paying $1,000. You finna go pay the $1,000, and the mortgage people finna come put you at your house tomorrow. Oh, but God, maybe I didn't need that house. That house wasn't meant for me. I'm meant for something greater. I don't like the struggle aspect the struggle connotation that's put with that, if that makes sense. If my light's gonna be out tomorrow, I'm gonna pay my light bill. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit in the dark until whenever I get paid. The next time I'm gonna go ahead and pay my light bill. You know what I'm saying? It's those types of things. And I've seen church members take it to the extreme because that's the way the pastors preach it. They don't say, if you ain't got it, or if you are in need of this and this. I've not seen one pastor talk about tithes and offering and then across that pulpit say, if y'all need something, y'all can call the office and we'll provide utility assistance, or we'll provide food, or we'll help you with your rent. That's not what they doing. And so that's why I say it's a discouraging thing, especially when you're constantly tithing. Something comes up or something happens where you can't, or it's not something that you're able to do, and then it becomes a problem. So that's what God led him to do, brother. We're gonna go with it. And we're not living in the Old Testament. We're living in the New Testament. Absolutely are living in the New Testament.
But people are in an uproar. But my thing is this: if you want to keep tithing, keep tithing.
Keep tithing. If you don't, stop. Nobody's judging for it.
I think he's trying to make people who really don't tithe feel like, okay, I don't feel like I'm judged now because I don't tithe. Correct. And sometimes when you tithing just don't mean monetary. Serving. You tithe, that's part of tithing.
You serve. I've seen people serve. They didn't have the gift, but they served in the ministry. They don't count that as a tithe. They don't fit, because I'm tired of my time. I'm here all the time. Those types of things. I don't know. It's a deeper conversation need to be had with that. But a lot of people are mad and they feel like he made millions off of the tithes, and no, the tithes ain't for that. He probably was paid a salary based off of offerings or whatever, that other things. And then he sold books. He sold CDs and tapes and stuff like books. That.
Yeah.
Right. So that's how he made his money.
And then that's another misconception with these mega pastors. Some of these mega pastors don't get their money just from the church. They probably get like a low percentage from the church, to be honest with you, because the church needs to function. You need to keep the lights on. You need to keep it clean. You need to keep stuff going inside the church. They like
to have them big old churches now.
Now, like, say for instance, Joel Osteen, he got books, tapes.
He travels. CDs. He does motivational speaking.
And then he got a channel on Sirius Radio. That's deals right there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You got to think of it like that.
You got to look at the extremes.
And even though you're not the model pastor, I'm sending prayers up to John Gray because he's in the hospital. According to his wife, he's in the CCU, the ICU.
Okay.
He really can't move because he got blood clots.
See,
it's
instead
not
of cheating
really
on our wife, we should have been working on our health. That's what we should have been doing.
And then his wife is just asking for folks to pray for him and everything like that.
And we're gonna pray for him because we don't want him dead. But sir, you have bigger fish to fry than to be out here laid up under some helpful. I'm just saying.
I hope you repenting to the Lord.
I hope you did. So, all right. So let's talk about this Shelby County school drama real quick. Like,
girl, talk about it.
So apparently Dr. Ray is being investigated. Let me just talk about how late we are, Fox 13, with your news, right? I don't know who on your news team. Y'all shouldn't even reported this at this point. Because Thaddeus Matthews had already broke the story, okay? Already broke the story. Thaddy Bear, the cussing pastor himself, already told us what it was, okay? So apparently they are investigating. There's an HR investigation going on because Dr. George Ray is being accused of sleeping with people in exchange for him sleeping with them. They get high positions in education that they may not be qualified for, making a lot of money, top positions. He's also being accused of hiring his frat brothers, which, let me say this, the frat brother thing, as long as they qualified, I don't think the frat brother thing is a big deal. And the reason why I say that is because if my frat brother got his degree in education and he's worked his way up and he need a job, I'm gonna give him a job. That's part of the reason why people join fraternities and sororities.
Right, for the networking.
So that's one aspect of it. And then the sleeping with people who are subordinates, and it's been overlooked by HR, that sort of thing. So there was an incident that they spoke about with Jerica Phillips' husband went up there to whoop his tail.
Because wasn't it alleged that he had been sleeping with her?
It was alleged that George Ray was sleeping with Jerica Phillips. She left to go to St. Jude as a result of it, from what the allegations are. These are allegations. We
need that alleged button on it.
We do, but it's alleged. Okay, this is all alleged. Now, let me say this. I don't know, because I'm not in the school system. I think a lot of people gave him a lot of flack because of making the people go back to work. That was something that was not in his control. The governor would, rallied for that. That wasn't something that he could control. He didn't have control over that. There are some things. I don't think the kids should have taken the 10 ready this year. I think that they should have given them another year to take the 10 ready.
I don't understand why we got to keep taking these tests. Just educate the kids. Here's
the thing. The standardized test is something that's across the board.
Right.
So that's something that's bigger than the state of Tennessee, or even the Department of Education will have to do away with it. But that money is tied to the testing and that sort of thing as well. So it's a bigger. I don't agree with the standardized test when they have the news reports. The students' scores are high. A lot of kids don't test well under pressure like that. I was not a good test taker when it came to standardized tests. Now, if I had a regular test that I was able to really prepare for and study for and do the best thing. And here's the other thing. I think instead of teaching material to the kids, because this not something that's going to be on the test. Exactly. It might be something similar to it, but this ain't going to actually be on the test. Why not teach them how to take a test? Do you see what I'm saying? I passed my insurance exam because the instructor that I had taught me how to pass the test. That's how I passed my insurance exam. You know what I'm saying? Teach them how to take the test in opposed to teaching them material. Yeah, they going the stuff that they learn throughout the year, that's fine. But in preparation for the test, teach them test taking skills. I think that will make a world of a difference than just, okay, we're gonna teach you this math right here. This whatever the weird little math is that they then came up with, and they came up with another way to do it. It's just crazy.
Girl.
Y'all done introduce something because somebody decided that they learned differently and they want to give the X over here and the YZ over there and just all kinds of
You
crazy.
see how they do when they multiply double digits? Like 14 times 18. I mean,
my child understands it. He makes A's in math. I was like, nigga, let me just multiply it. Give me a calculator.
I don't need a calculator. I just know you covered up that one number at the bottom. You multiply whatever those number is. Then at the next line, you add the 0, and then you do what you did. Come on, and then add. Oh, wow.
Listen, honey. I don't understand.
But I was just laughing about the Creflo Dollar because this girl, she put it on Facebook, but she didn't spell his name right. And that's why I was like, we got to talk about that because the way she spelled it, hold on. I don't want to hurt her feelings and be like, it's not how you spell his name.
Yeah.
Hold on.
How she spell it, child?
Girl, hold on. She spelled Claire. That's CLERE, and then O is FO in dollar. Clarefo dollar.
I'm over it at this point.
Yeah. But yeah, so are they investigating him because he's been having
it's the affairs. There's also some allegations that he might have used school funds to take certain little trips. It was basically a big old frat party. All the top people.
Affairs and embezzlement, huh?
I don't know if it's in. They didn't outright say embezzlement, but it's seeming like they're alluding to the fact that he would have girlfriends on trips. Now, of course, his divorce that got finalized last year, at the end of last year, those documents have been released, and the wife has made several allegations as a result of them getting a divorce. So they're also looking at that as well. So I don't know. I don't know. I think that if you have an HR complaint against you and there is some truth to it, it's not a good look and you need to step down. They also accused him of sleeping with some school board members as well. So it's a lot. It's a lot of moving pieces to this. I think when we are Black and we are in power, there's scrutiny on us even more. So if you're gonna do your dirt, but don't do it on the job's dime. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it on the job's time. You know, do it where you can go, you can be discreet with your folk, and you have it over here. Don't be doing favors for sex and all that other stuff. Like just do your job and then do your thing outside your job. I don't know. So that's what I gather from that. I don't feel like that's something that I think we should step down when we get in a position. Now, I don't care who you sleep with. That ain't none of my business. And if you
because did we have a president that was impeached because of that?
Right. And so let's talk about that real quick. Who you sleep with is none of my business. If the school district was 100% or they did things that made sense and you was able to focus on your job a little better, I definitely wouldn't have a problem with it. Sleep with whoever you want to. If the people that's in position and in the job doing right by Shelby County schools, then by all means do your thing. But no, you put a bigger target on your back when you ain't moving right. You know what I'm saying? When you're not moving right, there's a target on your back, and it's gonna be a problem. So, so that's where I am with that. Let's talk about these housewives real quick.
Ooh, child. You know what? I'm kind of disappointed at Marlo for kicking out her nephews.
So I get wanting a break. I want to put my children out probably every other day.
Every day.
The 20-year-old and the 12-year-old. Do I put them out? No. But if somebody say I'm coming to get them, I send them out the door gladly. I don't think. I think
that was one thing I missed about my daddy, because he would call me. Why don't you let Joshua come spend the weekend with us, or during the summer? Let him spend the week with us during his spring break. Well, you can just let him spend the week with us. I missed it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and that's where a village comes in, because I think there are a lot of women who get overwhelmed, especially single parents, even married women, especially because typically, let's be real and honest and clear, the majority of the time is the woman that's taking care of the children. But whether they got a husband or not, it's the woman that's taking care of the kids. Okay. So with that being said, they get overwhelmed from time to time. And so you have these women that snap and they do harm to themselves or they do harm to the kids. And then, well, I wish she had said something, but you were too busy to be that village for that person. I'm not saying get the kids all the time, but if they having a moment, get the babies. Postpartum is something that's really, really real. And I don't think, I think right now, Sanya, for instance, and she's not one of my favorite people on the Housewives right now because she keep doing the shady things and throwing shade. But Sanya and her husband right now on the show wants to have another child. She was like, no, I don't think I want to do that. You know, it's a lot dealing with the child. They still have a young child, you know. She don't want to do that right now. And there's pressure in a marriage to have kids. I have all these kids. You ain't finna be here. And that's her argument. Her argument is, dog, I'm appreciative of you going out and getting the bag and doing your thing to make sure you support the family. But when we had this kid, guess what? You're gonna be out getting the bag, and I'm gonna be here with this kid by myself.
Right.
And so the lady who drowned her 5 kids, and the husband was going to work, she was at home with them kids all day.
In Texas back in the day.
Yeah. Listen, you steady knocking this woman up with all these children. Steady knocking this woman up with all these kids. And she at the house with the kids all day. Make it make sense. If that's something that you want, and you want a big family, you had a conversation with your spouse, and I want little kids running everywhere, that's fine. There would have never been a conversation I would have had with my spouse. Sir, you get 2 kids tops, okay?
I know when me and Ren was dating, and you know, he asked me to marry him. He was like, he wanted the baby. Joshua was 8. And I was like, oh Lord. I said, we're about to have this conversation, right? I said, well, I don't care to have a child. He said, but I never had a child, so I would really love to have a child. And I was like, well, just think about it. Joshua's at an age, if we want to go anywhere, if we want to go out of town or something, my mom could keep him, or your mom could keep him. You know, it'd be on and popping. But then, if we have a newborn, we have to hold off on it. So I want you to really think about it. I said, I want you to really think about it. And he was like, I really, really wanted to have one. We tried, but God knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
So it was when he passed, I thought I was. Because I was real late. And I've never been, the only time I've been late is when I was pregnant.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like, now, if I get with a guy, no. You know, there's not.
I mean, it can't happen no way now, anyway. But let me say this: I don't think guys realize, especially when you're older, how much harder it is. You know, at 35, they call you geriatric, right? At 35, and baby making years, they call you geriatric.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think they realize what we have to go through as women. Carrying a child is not fun. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care the lies they told. It ain't fun. It's uncomfortable.
I had to fake being happy just so I wouldn't have a crying baby.
Oh.
And it worked. I had to pretend that I was happy because I was like, I don't got time for no crying baby. Only time Joshua cried is when he needs to be changed.
My kids weren't whiny babies. You know, they didn't suck on pacifiers. They didn't like it because food wasn't coming out the other end. As long as they were fed, they were cleaned, and they were bathed, they were fine. And Jalen, for the most part, would wet himself and crawl around in a saggy diaper and would be okay. Just don't have no crap on his behind. He didn't have no problem with that. I'd be like, bro, come on. You got to get out of this. This don't make no sense. So,
but I was really disappointed with Marlo about that because
a lot of people are saying that they feel like she used them to get the peach. That's what a lot of people
for a storyline, really,
to get her get the peach.
And then because you can just so quickly say, I leave my house, I can't deal with it. I started drinking again. I was like, heck, there's a lot of single mamas out there that can't do that.
But here's the thing. Let's talk about that real quick. There are a lot of single mamas that do drink. Okay.
That's true.
Let's start there. It's a lot of single mamas that do turn to substance abuse and different things, so they won't have to deal with the crap. But I don't think she understood how to handle the situation with the boys, because the boys were acting out because of the situation with their mom. And because she didn't understand how to handle that, she reacted like a person who don't have kids. Okay. So she told the other sister she needed a break. Come get these boys for 30 days. She didn't put them out. She just put them with another relative. Get them for 30 days. Let me get myself together. And so I don't know if she's.
And then you don't have to buy them everything. I understand.
But see, I understand.
I understand you want to give them stuff that you probably never had. And you the auntie, you the front auntie, you the one that to do all this. But you see how they acting.
Yeah.
They're acting entitled. Now, you have it. I don't know if you saw the part on Married to Medicine when they had Quad and her mama and her nephew.
Yeah.
And we find out that Quad brother died last year.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And so you see a different aspect between her taking care of her.
Also has been around that baby since that baby was a baby.
Yeah.
I don't know that Marlo did that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know that Marlo and I don't know her relationship because she's been very quiet about her family. The most she's opened up starting was last year when she started the last season when she started talking about the struggles with her sister and everything and her nephew. So I don't know how long she's been in those babies' lives like that. she don't know what to do. And she's been saying that. I don't know what to do. Y'all, I don't know. All I know is how to be an auntie. And aunties, they buy you anything, they spoil you, that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? That's what aunties do. They don't know how to be the mama. You know what I'm saying? They know how to be the auntie. So I see both aspects of that. I absolutely do. Kenya is funny drunk.
Oh, she is.
She is hilarious drunk. She need to be drunk all the time. Cause I was I was.
Now I got a question. I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So that prophet that talked to Drew's mama, you think she was talking about that girl that was talking about, you know, that was?
I don't like her. I don't like Fatima, whatever her name is, because first of all, she didn't know Fatima from, you know, anybody. Here's my thing: if I don't know you, I'm not going to speak on your situation. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna speak on it. You know, I'm not gonna say that ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not gonna say, and I didn't see that episode when they were sitting at the table and all that stuff, but I'm not going to speak on yo because I don't know you, ma'am. Right. You know what I'm saying? I don't know you. Then for her to take it to the extreme where she going to run they credit and stuff. Why are you doing a background check on these people? You don't know them. You did a background check because that girl checked you about talking about her husband. I don't like her. That wasn't cool. Yeah, that was I did like cool. How Lisa put Lasagna in her place. I did. I enjoyed that. She's giving me drunk auntie vibes. You need somebody to give you drunk auntie vibes because you be wrong, boo. That girl was talking and you cut her off. And she said, I'm not through talking. And she went through talking. You gonna cut her off. You didn't say nothing to Lisa neither. Ha! You understood the assignment. You kept that mouth closed when Lisa said what she said to you. Okay?
I think Drew was enjoying that.
And I would have been enjoying it too, because Sanya be trying to overtalk folk, and your beef with Drew is non-existent. It doesn't make sense that you got a problem with that girl. That don't even make sense. And you still doing the little shady things. Mm-hmm. You still throwing shade, ma'am. So, yeah, the mid-season trailer looks like it's gonna be some rumblings.
And it looks like Kenya and Sonya are gonna have them a little
they're gonna have some words. So that's gonna be a thing. Jen Shah, speaking of housewives, pled guilty to wire fraud and transfer. She can face up to 14 years in prison.
And got to pay up to $9 million restitution.
Yeah.
And $6.5 million, she got to pay that up front.
Oh, God.
All I can say, Jen, you better start selling your stuff in your closet.
Man, go and put that junk on the auction it off right now, girl. Auction it off right now. Wow. That is crazy. Woo. I wasn't ready for that, honey. I saw that. I said, oh, that didn't come off God, Jesus.
Oh. So now you really looking like a liar. I'm not guilty of any of it. I'm not guilty of any of it.
Yeah. Ma'am.
See, now I really want to watch this next season coming up.
I do. Mary ain't gonna be on there. I don't like that.
And I want Mary to be on there because I want her to be like.
Mary makes the show. Them faces she be making, because I don't want to. I'm glad.
Weird.
Right.
That's a weird. That's strange. Married to Bill Cosby brother.
So crazy. That's crazy.
Okay. So let me talk briefly about Married to Medicine
Okay.
since you haven't watched it.
I watched the whole thing. I'm in the middle of the episode, guys.
Okay, so Neela has her housewarming. First, she had her house blessing with just family,
and they're Indian. They're the Indian culture, so they believe in the animals and all that stuff.
Right, and then the next day they had their
housewarming
party for everybody, and they wanted everybody in Indian attire because it's their custom and everything. And I don't even think Simone wore anything like an Indian style dress. It was just looked like a ball gown to me. But I'm kind of pissed at Contessa, because this woman that went and ordered her Egyptian outfit on Amazon, and it was $59.95.
You a how doctor, sis? You did what now? You couldn't go get a sari?
She ordered an Egyptian outfit at Amazon for $59.95. I looked it up.
Who did an Indian party and the person came with like Indian, like a Indian? I can't remember who did it.
That was no. Was it? No, that was a Halloween.
That was Halloween. No, somebody had a party where it was Indian theme, and the person came in. That was on. Was it on Potomac? Monique came. Karen had a Indian. It was an Indian themed party. They had Indian food at the house, the whole nine. And Monique came in with the American Indian headdress, whole outfit on. Yes, girl.
But this girl come up here with the little headdress like Cleopatra.
Yeah.
And the Egyptian the dress with the slit all the way up her thigh.
Baby.
Anila looked at her. And folks were talking.
Of course they were talking. Let me
one more thing. Contessa's not talking to Heavenly.
I thought it.
Because Heavenly been talking bad about her and her husband and their relationship. However, even though Heavenly said on Watch What Happens Live that it's already, all she did was repeat what's been talked about or what's been shown on TV. If you were some kind of friend, you wouldn't keep repeating it.
No, you would decline talking about it. So that's what the issue is. And honestly, I would have called my friend and told my friend, yo, I don't like what you're doing.
And this is what I'm thinking, because Heavenly, she's keeping throwing stones and she got glass
in her hands. Yep.
Because I'm going to tell you, 2 men on there that looks like they about had enough. Damon, Dr. Damon Daddy, whatever they call, because she Heavenly's husband. Because Carrie called him Dr. Daddy. She said, no, you can't call him Daddy. I'm the only one that can do that. She said, okay, Dr. Damon Daddy. And I was like, she's so crazy. And Eugene. Now, okay, let's talk about Eugene and Toya. Toya is a hot mess, number one. She's going to send that man to an early grave, or he's going to find someone who is less maintenance than she is, and he's going to divorce her.
Because here is my thing. You had that house built, right? You picked out everything for that house. Now you finna get a whole nother house built, and your complaint was that other house wasn't big enough.
Or didn't have a tennis court in it. Your husband is an ER doctor. He is not a plastic surgeon. Then you're going to complain about he's working too many hours. He's trying to support
He's
your
trying to keep up with the
lifestyle.
Joneses. You the Joneses. You the Joneses.
If I have a suggestion for Dr. Damon and also Dr. Eugene, find you a corner of a roof in your house and live in it. Because you are dealing with quarrelsome wives.
Damon, though, doesn't give me the vibes that he got a problem with Heavenly.
He's just a calm, mellow guy.
Right. Eugene, on the other hand, is tired. Eugene been tired of Toya shit for many
I'm pretty sure that these other husbands, because of what Heavenly been talking about,
yeah,
they probably going to him, look, dude, you need to talk to your wife.
Probably.
And you never say what a man won't do.
No, I'm not saying that. But
I'm talking about Heavenly. Oh, he won't cheat on me. You don't know that.
No, you don't know that. No, you don't know that at all. What I will say is, is that I'm happy. I'm very happy that that Simone and Jackie made up. Because I was sick of that shit.
Okay, now didn't you find something a problem though? Where did the husbands go? They went to where? They went to Magic City
to get some wings.
And you know what's at Magic City too?
Huh?
You know what's at Magic City too?
It's a strip club. You didn't hear her say that's wings is called for strip club?
Yes.
Yeah.
And wasn't your husband known for cheating on you?
Husband was known for cheating on her. Absolutely. And now, let me say this though. Let me say this. Just because a man goes to a strip club, in my opinion, this is only my opinion. Just because a man goes to a strip club does not mean he is cheating on his wife. I
understand that, but if you have a history of doing it,
did he cheat with strippers? That's what I'm saying. I don't think that that's a hard. I think the person he cheated with, that was a bigger situation than him just picking up a stripper at the strip club and cheating with her, if that makes sense. I personally wouldn't have no problem with my husband going to strip club. As a matter of fact, let's go together. That's just me. You probably, I'm just saying, that's just me. I be wanting to learn some tricks and stuff, child. So the strip club is not a hard. Women get all worked up about strip club, and it's not that serious. To me, in my opinion, it's not that serious. Unless the strip club is known for other things and doing other things, that's you know. But no. So you know they do that thing. Should she be concerned? Maybe, but I don't know. But I am glad that she and Simone are back in the stride, and I'm happy about that.
Mm-hmm. And they talking about the O shot. I'm like, ooh, I kind of. Where did you get the O shot?
I don't want to do that. I'm good. I won't do that. I'm not. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Okay. So I think we talked about everything. I'm gonna talk about this. So I posted this on my page because one of my classmates from college posted this on her page.
And I just posted it on my page, and I got much love from it.
One of the greatest lessons that adult women need to learn is meeting people where they are. And stop writing out friends for being themselves. This whole we aren't friends because she didn't check on me or didn't support me or she never reaches out first narrative is lame. Women are out here struggling just to stay above water every second of every day, fighting their own demons. There are women out here going through divorces, abuse, major depression, financial trouble, family trouble, relationship trouble, health issues, work issues, deaths, and mental illness, and they are supposed to constantly check in on you and be your friend. My friendship doesn't have requirements. It doesn't have guidelines or quotas. As long as it's organic, unforced, and non-toxic, you will forever have my love and support. Copied from another queen. There are a lot of women who fall out over the stupidest things. And I see this all the time. I don't get involved. I'm real laid back. I'm real cool. You know, folks who my friends, I support them. I love them. If I can't support, it's not because if I can't be there, it's because I absolutely positively can't. It ain't no other reason but that I can't. I try to support everybody. I bought tickets to stuff that I didn't even show up to. Just to support. I know you want me to be there. I can't be in 50 million places at one time. And I think what we end up doing is our feelings are hurt. And instead of communicating that to our friends and understanding where the other person is coming from, we lash out and we go off and we act the whole fool. And it's a problem. It's an issue. I guess I'm a part of the artist community here in the city. And you have a lot of artists who have a problem with people not being in support of them. Which is unfortunate because it's a turnout for me every time I turn around and I see you make a post about how people are not supporting you. I have an event planning business. And there have been more people outside of my friend circle that have supported my business than in my friend circle and in my family.
In fact, I'm in this network called the Herpreneur Network, and the founder, she said it's the strangers for me. You're gonna more likely have strangers support you more than your friends and family.
And I'm not. And again, I'm not mad about that.
Right.
My friends couldn't come. They couldn't come. They couldn't support. My ticket was too high or whatever that situation is. I'm never going to fault those friends for not coming to support one of my events. That's fine. I'm not going to get mad at you. I'm not going to stop talking to you. We're not going to fall out. You can't come for whatever reason. And that's not going to stop me from supporting you. That's not going to stop me from being there for you whenever you need me. If you call me on the phone and say, Faith, I need a ride up the street and around the corner, you got my support. My support for my friends and my family is not contingent upon whether or not they support me. If that makes sense. Everybody's not going to support you when you're trying to do something that you believe in. Everybody's not going to have your back in those situations. Why are you looking like that?
I'm seeing something disgusting. I'm sorry.
Okay. So that's just what that's just where I am with that. I feel like we should be able to have friendships. I got friends that I went to college with that were like my best friends. I live with my friends in college. We formed a bond. We're like family. We don't talk every day, but when we get together, it's like we never missed a beat. You know what I'm saying? When we check on each other, call each other, see how one another is doing, it's like we never missed a beat.
I feel like that too.
I'm a sometimey individual, aka ambivert. When they came up with that title, I said that's me.
What?
Ambivert.
That means both.
I got a combination of both. I do not really be wanting to be bothered with people all the time. I'm very outgoing, but if I don't feel like fooling with you, your vibe off or whatever, I'm not gonna do it. And if I don't want to go, I'm gonna be right here at this house. That's my personality. That's what I go through on a day-to-day basis, because it's days where I'm like, oh my God, I can't. And I won't. I have a great personality. I'm very friendly and I'm nice. I'm not ugly to anybody, but it's sometimes where I just don't want to be bothered. And so when that happens and I don't want to be bothered, guess what? I'm not going to be bothered.
Because when I get ugly, I hurt feelings. I'm a Capricorn. And if I say something and I mean to be mean and spiteful, it's going to truly hurt your feelings. So I just rather not say anything at all.
It ain't even about the saying anything. It's literally about, I have days where I don't want to be bothered. The 4th of July weekend, I was invited to go to somebody's house to go get some burgers or whatever. And I had every intention on going. I took a shower. I got up, got my life in order. I laid down in the bed and I watched Lovecraft Country for the rest of the day.
What did I watch? I'm trying to think. What did I watch? Because I was stuck at home because of the Rona.
Because of the Rona. What's his Ambitions?
Girl, man, I was like, no. I said, how are you going to end it like a cliffhanger like that and then don't have a season 2?
I am not okay. Ambitions was a very, very good show.
I was like, that was a darn good show.
It's really good. I like the dynamic of the cat. Whenever Robin Givens is in some, baby, I am ready for that roller coaster ride, because she gives every time, no matter what role she plays, that girl gives. She gives, honey. She gives. Okay. Be it good or bad, she gives. And I love it. I dig it. I really dig it. I do. Essence Atkins did a great job. Brian, whatever his name is, did an excellent job.
I was like, did her husband die?
We don't know. The mama and the daddy did a good job. Breely Evans did a good, the whole thing was phenomenal. And I was like, our kind of people, Papa Pope and Lance Gross alone gave me some riveting performances. And I'm telling y'all didn't do a bad job. It was really good show. And I was like, dang. Now this Black Hamptons that's getting ready to come out in August, I'm waiting on that. It's going to be on BET Plus. I cannot wait. When I tell you, I can't wait on that. Carl Weber.
So have you seen the second season of the Miss Pat show?
It ain't out yet.
I thought it was out.
It's not out yet. She did sign a multi. Let's talk about Miss Pat real quick. She signed a multi-show deal. She's already gotten a season 3. I think they renew her for season 3, and I want to say season 4 too. And she's gonna be producing other shows with BET. She signed on the dotted line. Miss Pat show has not come out yet though for season 2. They've been showing season 1. So whenever you see that come up on BET, they've been showing season 1. Let me Google when season 2 come out.
Okay.
But it ain't out yet. And Wendy, guess what? Jon Snow.
What?
Jon Snow.
Jon Snow.
Jon Snow. They coming out with a show just about Jon Snow. Hey, Kid Harrison. Jon Snow, fool. Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay. I was like,
it's coming out in December, so I don't know how quickly they finna shoot this. But Kid Harrington came up with an show idea. He pitched it to HBO, and the guy who wrote the Game of Thrones book, because he's the executive producer of the show. He brought that to them and said, we want to listen. I need a redemption story. Do you hear me? Kit Harington, who plays Jon Snow, I need a redemption story. I need you to go knock Bran upside his head, lock him in a dungeon somewhere, and I need you to be on the Iron Throne. I'm just saying.
I really needed the when they fought the White Walkers to be the series finale.
Somebody had to sit on the throne. No, that wasn't. So listen, the whole show been about that Iron Throne, correct? Am I correct? That was the show been about. The White Walkers was a distraction from the Iron Throne, because at the end of the day, they had to all come together to fight who? The White Walkers. Once they got rid of the White Walkers, guess what? It's back to the business at hand. We want to sit on this throne. That's what the show was about. From day one, it's been about that throne. The Targaryens thought they had it. The other people over here said, well, you know what? I think I got a chance in this fight. These other people, Ned Stark said, all I want to do is be at this house. That's all I want to do in the north. He didn't want to go to King's Landing. His wife said, don't go. Don't go. They knew what was going to happen. It was about to be on and popping at the King's Landing, because them other little folk, the Lannisters, you know, I just
I was mad about how they died. They should have had a gruesome death.
They should have. They should have. They should have. They should have. I'm excited about it because I want to see. I don't care about the wildlings. I want to see some type of redemption for my boy. I know that's gonna be too much like right, especially if he's gonna have multiple seasons. But I need some redemption for my boy. That's what I need. Hopefully we can get it. So I'm super excited about that. There's also a comedy coming out. You posted it in the thread, right?
What thread?
Jesus, Save Your Soul, starring Regina.
Oh yes,
starring Regina. What's Regina's last name?
Regina Hall
and Sterling K. Brown. I am going to die laughing at this show. I was not ready when I saw it, and I saw it, and I said, "Oh my God, I'm ready. I'm here." I cannot wait to see it. What station is it gonna be on?
I think it's Showtime.
Showtime. Okay, a lot of people. Somebody asked me, "What is there to watch on Showtime?" It's a
lot. Apparently,
it is a lot. I can't wait to see this. Regina, Black Monday was a show with her and Don Cheadle and a couple of other colorful characters. That show was amazing. It was based on Black Monday when the stock market crashed, I think in the 80s. But it's a whole little thing, and they had 3 seasons. It was supposed to go on, but it got canceled, I think, due to the pandemic, to be honest. But I'm very interested in anything Regina Hall does, because she does it to the best of her abilities. She takes it there, whether it's a serious role, whether it's a comedic role, she takes it on and she does what she's supposed to do. And I'm super excited about how she does what she does. So I'm super excited about that. Continue with our answer. So I didn't join the military. I didn't join no military. I'm sorry. So that's where we are with that. I'm super duper excited about this show. Do you have anything else?
That's all that I can think of.
We kind of did a combination of
But next week we got to talk about Stranger Things.
We are definitely so this is what we're doing this upcoming week. I don't have anything I don't have anything else coming up. I will be home on I'll be home this weekend. So Sunday we will do the Size Up. Monday we will do It's On. I can't wait. I'm supposed to be doing Dream Fest the following weekend. We'll work it out. Even if we have to pre-record the episode, we'll make sure we work that part out. But we are definitely gonna be here. At the end of the month, we won't have a show at all because I will be traveling. Wendy will be traveling. I got a family trip that is long overdue, and Wendy has a trip.
Mary Kay seminar.
Okay. So we're super excited to be. I need a break mentally. I just need a break. So definitely excited about having new experiences and getting out, and then we're gonna be back killing it every weekend from here on out. So unless we got something else coming up, which I doubt I have anything, maybe homecoming, but that's gonna be about it. But that's all we got. We will see you guys next week. Sunday.
I forgot to say one thing.
Okay, say it.
I don't think we said it. Did we talk about the woman from Texas? They got
not. Oh my God. Let's talk about it real quick.
Okay. This is a very epic. I mean, this woman is my hero. Okay, she is my hero. Okay, so woman pregnant at 34 weeks gets pulled over in Texas by the police because she was driving on a HUV lane and it was only her in the car. So the police asked her, "Why are you driving? Why are you the only passenger in this car driving on this HUV lane?" And she was like, "Well, technically, I'm not the only passenger. According to Texas law, my unborn child is considered a person, so it's two people, not one." She still got the ticket anyway. I love her for that because she told the police, y'all can't have it both ways.
You cannot have it both ways. Either it's a fetus or it's a person. Pick one. Okay.
So what I'm thinking now, a lot of these women gonna do,
they finna get in that lane. Hey,
not only they gonna get in that lane, but they're gonna try a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And I know a lot of people was like, they need to get food stamps. Well, actually, the third trimester, they do count the unborn child after the third trimester.
Okay.
So, and also with Families First as well. If you're pregnant, Families First, you'll be counted as one person, but because you're pregnant, they're going to go ahead after the third trimester. So,
the baby done about cooked at that point.
Right. But I was like, that was just epic.
Yeah.
It was epic. All the Best Man is coming on Bounce Channel. Lord Jesus. I can hear the music. Oh, and that's coming out on Peacock. In like November, December.
Yeah.
December. So, but yeah, I really do think that a lot of women is going to start doing things and using their words against these people. But we all know the reason why they're doing this. They can give a rat butt if we black people have the baby. They want white people to have the babies. And there was this girl, she was on TikTok crying because she has a disorder where her blood can clot.
Oh, wow.
So if she gets pregnant, she could die. So she has to have birth control, and she's at an IUD, and she's supposed to have it taken out and a new one put back in. Her doctor's office said, well, she lives in Nashville. Her doctor's office was like, well, we can take it out, but we just can't put a new one back in. So now they're trying to ban women from having birth control. It's going to be blessed be the fruit. I'm trying to find me dual citizenship somewhere.
I can't. I simply cannot.
And
Can't.
that's coming out in September.
Yes. And this is not going to be the last season. He said he thought it was going to be the last season. He said, but season 5 will not be the last season of Handmaid's Tale. They will go on. Maybe season 6 might be the end. They're not sure. But after the last season, he was like, yeah, we're not ready to end this just yet. So I feel like
so many untold stories.
Yep.
I'm like, I'm ready for June to get the other girl, Serena.
Yeah. Because Serena got to go too. Because Serena's the dude was the problem, but Serena's the real problem.
Because she's the one thought about it.
Yep. She came up with the
whole idea.
Yeah.
And I was like, how do one do that? That's what I didn't understand. How do you just say, okay, this is how it's gonna be from now on?
Yeah. Yep.
But okay, but that's what I wanted to talk about. We meant to talk about it, but we forgot.
All right. So we'll be back here Sunday evening next week, and then Monday evening again. So make sure y'all check us out. Go to the YouTube page. What a banner at, Lord. What a banner at, Lord.
Like, follow,
subscribe, follow, hit the notification bell. Follow us on the Size Up Official Podcast over on YouTube. Make sure y'all are there when we go live. If not, you can go back and watch the video. That's all we got. We'll see y'all next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.